Hello guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about Maybank moratorium application. Alright, so we know that the government have approved the moratorium application for all Malaysian, and many banks are actually eligible. So today I'm going to talk about Maybank, right? So if you go to Maybank, you can actually see that there is this page where you can actually check some of the details of this moratorium. So you can search Maybank COVID-19 Financial Relief Scheme. So this information is updated as of 6 July. So in line with the package PEMULIH, Maybank is actually offering a repayment assistance plan, right? So who is eligible, right? So for all individual customers who are impacted by the pandemic, Maybank is offering the following. So basically there are two options. Option number one, you can actually go for the 6-month moratorium monthly installment, or you can actually go for option 2, 50% reduction in monthly installment for 6 months. And this moratorium is actually applicable for mortgage loan, personal loan, SB loan, right? Education loan, hire purchase loan, meaning for your car, and even overdraft, right? And this is also not just limited to loan, it also applicable for credit card, right? And the outstanding balance can be converted into an installment program for 36 months, right? So I have one friend that he asked, he can actually convert it to 36 months for 13% interest rate per annum, right? Nevertheless, you can actually still discuss with the banker, right, about the repayment assistance plan, which probably will be more relevant to your needs, right? So not just that, it's not just also for individual customer. The moratorium also applicable for SME customer. Similarly, you can actually go for option 1, 6-month moratorium monthly installment, or option 2, 50% reduction in monthly installment for 6 months. You can, and this is applicable for SME term loan or business hire purchase loan. And for those that are taking the trade line loan, right, or the overdraft, Maybank also offer the 6-month moratorium loan. But again, you can actually always discuss with the banker, with Maybank, about the repayment assistance plan that is more suitable for your needs. So probably you have a lot of FAQ. So how do you basically apply? You can actually applying to email by emailing to them, right? So you can email to them, or you can actually also visit their branch, right? You can visit their branch, but you need to book some appointment first, okay, via the Maybank EasyQ. And also you can also submit your request online via Maybank to you, but take note that the application can only start on 20th July 2021, right? So maybe some of you have many questions, so you can actually click here, the FAQ, okay, and I open up here. So these are all the FAQ. You can look at the FAQ that has been updated up to 7 July. So you can see again, it's 6-month moratorium, 50%. This is all the loan that is applicable. And what about credit card? Credit card, you can also apply, but the minimum amount for the conversion is actually 500 ringgit. You need to have minimum 500 ringgit. All right. So some of you are asking, how does a 6-month moratorium work? The moratorium allows customers to defer their loan or financing installment for 6 months. During the moratorium period, customers do not need to make any payment for the loan financing. No late payment charges or penalties will be imposed. Do you still need to request for the moratorium? Yes, you will still need to request for it as announced in the PEMULIH package. When can you start to request for the moratorium? You can start to request from 7 July onwards through email, through visiting the branch, or even online. But online, you can only start to do it on 20th July onwards. Okay, so if you have multiple loan with Maybank but you only want to do the moratorium for selected loan, what should you do? So you need to indicate the exact loan that you need to take. All right. So if your credit card outstanding balance is converted into an installment program, can you still use the credit card? Yes, you can still use a credit card up to the remaining credit limit. Okay, but do note that the outstanding balance converted into the installment program is treated as part of the credit limit, so you need to deduct that outstanding balance lah. Okay, so this is an important question. When will your moratorium came into effect once submitted? Requests received on or before 20th of the month will take effect in the same month, while those received after 20th will only take effect in the following month. We need to say if you apply before 20th July, let's say this month, you can get it this month. But if you apply after 20th, especially for those that are applying through online, you can only get it next month, right? So meantime, please continue to pay your installment. All right. I have paid for my installment due date on 1st July 2021, but I only requested for the 6-month moratorium after 7 July. Will I be reimbursed? Yes, your July installment paid will be reimbursed at a later date. If your payment was made via cash or check deposit machine, standing instruction from the bank or third party, please write into Maybank to request for the reimbursement. Okay, and Maybank will actually assess it on case-to-case basis. So you need to email them and provide all this information. All right. How do you know whether your submission has been processed? So Maybank will actually send you an SMS to inform to you about the status within 5 calendar days. Okay, if your request is approved and you wish to proceed with the moratorium, you do not need to do anything. If you do not wish to proceed with the moratorium, you need to notify Maybank within 3 working days. All right. Do you need to provide any supporting document to request for the moratorium? No document are required. Eligible customer will only be required to sign a self-declaration form. Will interest or profit be charged during the moratorium? Interest will be charged but not compounded during the moratorium. So please take note of this. Interest will still be charged. What happened to my loan or financing installment after my PEMULIH RA plans, option 1 or option 2 ends? Depending on the option you choose, your monthly installment may be the same or revised lower, while your loan financing tenure will be extended. So please take note, your tenure may be extended to ensure that your monthly installment remains manageable. If you wish to maintain the tenure, please reach out to Maybank, but do note that the monthly installment will be revised higher. Okay, please refer to example in item number 29. Okay, so let's go to item 29. What does it say? So this is actually the example. Okay, so example number 1. So let's say you have mortgage financing. Original loan is facility amount is 150,000. Interest rate is 3.25%. Loan tenure 35 years. Remaining tenure 30 years. Current loan balance 137,499, right? So as per current payment, your first 6 months is 598 ringgit. 7 months onwards is 598. Okay, then the total payment will be 215,426. Total interest is 77,927. The total tenure from the current date is 30. Okay, but let's say you take option 1, right? Your first 6 months you do not need to pay. Then the 7 months onwards you need to maintain 598. So the total payment actually will increase. Okay, you can see here is increased, 221,431 versus 215,426, right? So your total interest is actually increasing, become 83,000 versus 77,000. So basically it increased about how many? 6,000 ringgit. Okay, so now the total tenure also increased to become 31.3 months. Okay, so even though you delay 6 months, but actually your tenure actually increased to 31.3 months. Alright, but what about you take option 2, 50% installment for 6 months? So meaning of the 598, you still pay for 299 lah. Alright, so you reduce on the 7th month after the moratorium ends for 6 months, you only need to pay 598. Okay, you remain back lah. Okay, so what's the total payment? Actually, it also increased, but not as much. Only increased 3,000. Total interest actually increased about 3,000 more, right? So total tenure, increased 0.7 years lah. Okay, so should you take or should you not take? Okay, so there's a pro and cons. Okay, maybe it will help you in the initial 6 months, but note that interest is actually increasing already. So basically, there's no free lunch. It may buy you some time, but actually at the end of the day, you are required to fork out more due to that 6 months. You actually pay extra 6,000 ringgit. It seems like every month you need to pay extra 1,000. This is based on your original current loan balance of 137,000. So imagine if you have a higher loan balance, this is gonna be even higher. Okay, so these are the few FAQ that I'm sharing today. Okay, so let's go back to item number 15. Just now we have shared. Item 16, will the moratorium increase my cost of financing? Yes, taking the moratorium will increase your financing costs, as interest will be charged but not compounded during the moratorium period, right? So we explained also in 29, it will increase. Okay, will the 6-month moratorium have any impact on my secrets record? No, it will not have any impact on your secrets if your loan is not overdue for more than 90 days. I have signed up for the earlier RA and opted for 3 months moratorium or 50% reduction in installment for 6 months. Can I still apply for PEMULIH RA plans? Yes, you still can. You can apply for the PEMULIH RA plan, option 1 or 2, using the method as item 7. Once approved, the RA plan will supersede the current one. I have applied for the earlier RA and opted for 3 months moratorium or 50% reduction in installment for 6 months, but bank has not responded to me. Can I submit my request for PEMULIH RA plans instead? Yes, you can. So please email Maybank for that with all this information. After you have accepted the moratorium, can I opt out if my financial position recovers? So what? Say for example, let's say now you are jobless, but after that you get a new job, you have an extra income. I mean, you have required your income, then you can pay your house loan. You can actually opt out. Okay, at any time. I think it's recommended to opt out so that you do not need to pay higher interest. Just resume paying your original installment or any amount higher than the RA plan installment. No notification is required. So basically, you just start paying. But if for higher purchase, you need to reach out to Maybank to discuss the opt-out process for your loan. Okay, my moratorium plan was not approved. Shouldn't the approval be automatic? It is likely that you did not meet the eligibility criteria for item 3. Please reach out to Maybank, and Maybank will work out with you on the RA plan that is more suitable for you. Okay, you can seek assistance from AKPK, an agency which provides advisory services and assistance to individual borrowers in managing their finances. Do you need to sign any agreement following the SMS email? A supplement letter of offer or notification letter will be mailed to you by post, referencing to the SMS for your safekeeping, but it does not need to be signed or written, so you will get a letter by post. Okay, but for a higher purchase, both hirer and guarantor will need to sign a variation agreement, which can be done electronically or physically at the center or branch. So you need to go to the branch. I'm currently enrolled under AKPK Debt Management Program. Can I also opt out in this moratorium? If you're currently enrolled under AKPK Debt Management Program, you will not be able to opt in for this moratorium. Okay, so you will have to terminate your existing program with AKPK before submitting your request. Alright, will I incur any processing fee for the moratorium? The bank does not charge any processing fee. So payment, do I need to inform the bank to stop my standing instruction for my loan when the moratorium comes into effect? For standing instruction to Maybank, 6 months, or for the 6-month moratorium, it will automatically suspended, and for the 50% installment for 6 months, it will automatically adjusted to reflect the new money installment. Okay, what happened to my recurring payment in Maybank if I opt out for this moratorium? You will need to update your recurring payment in Maybank to you to avoid payment being deducted automatically. Okay, do I need to make payment for my loan while waiting for the moratorium to be processed? Yes, please continue to make payment until the process is confirmed. Alright, what should I do after the moratorium? You need to continue paying, definitely. Okay, so we have shared about item number 29. So again, take note, if you opt for the moratorium, your total payment will be increased because the interest has been increased. Alright, so this is also another example for hire purchase, right? So let's say your loan financing is 50,000, interest rate is 2.8%, loan tenure 108 month, remaining tenure 36 month. So let's say for the original installment is 580, because you opt for option 1 6-month moratorium, you do not need to pay anything for the 6 month, but on the 7th month you need to resume paying. So you can see that the loan payable is a little bit higher right now. Total tenure is also increasing. Alright, similarly, if you opt for 50% money installment plus for 6 months, you actually pay half, but the 6 months you need to resume. Then term charges for deferred installment, so you will be charged a little bit extra here. Okay, this is for the term charges or the interest lah. Okay, what about personal loan? Say for example you have 30,000 personal loan, interest rate 7%, loan tenure 72%, remaining tenure 58%. So your original payment is 591.67. Let's say you opt for option 1, you don't need to pay anything. You can see that the total interest remain the same, right? And the total tenure actually just extended 6 months here. But for option 2, you can actually go for 50% reduction in money installment for 6 months, and you can actually see that here the total interest still remain the same, but you just need to delay for about extra 3 months. Okay, so total payment still remain the same for personal loan. So I think this will be quite helpful. How does the moratorium affect my existing insurance or tahu? Due to the extended loan or financing tenure as the result of the moratorium, your insurance tahu will end before your new loan tenure ends. Moreover, if the coverage taken is reducing term coverage, the insurance coverage will continue to reduce during the moratorium period as stated in your policy certificate. So this means that your loan or financing balances will be higher than your insurance tahu, resulting in a production gap, meaning to say there will be a period where you do not have insurance. So please take note. I think you may need to take note of this and do proper risk management during this period where you do not have coverage. I have accepted the 6-month moratorium. Is this compulsory to have the insurance for the extended loan? It's not compulsory, but having additional coverage for extended loan will protect you and your family against outstanding amount in the event of death or total permanent disability like I shared. I think you still need to arrange for certain coverage during that period. The longer the moratorium is being extended, the bigger the protection gap will be. So there's no free lunch here, but of course it will be years to come. You may need to plan it later on. Alright, so what is my option for additional insurance? We recommend that you take up Adakah credit level term or any insurance of your choice approved by Maybank for additional coverage to a minimum amount of 10,000 or a minimum coverage period of 5 years. For hire purchase, you can sign for additional tahu auto credit, so you can still apply all this auto credit plan. How do I apply or sign up for the additional coverage? To apply for those, you can actually call up Adakah, okay, through this number or email to them. For hire purchase, you can call up the auto finance center. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. So basically there are two options here, and just to take note again, I suggest that you go back to item number 29 and really understand the impact. So for mortgage there will be an extra interest. For hire purchase there is also some term charges, okay, or interest impact. But for personal loan, the total payment will remain the same. Okay, and do take note again, there will be an insurance gap. Okay, depending on your package, there will be insurance gap. You may need to manage it properly. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you and stay safe. Bye.